Hey guys, welcome back. This is the look that I have for you guys today. Super purpley pink with a little bit of glitter and some nice highlight. I hope you guys enjoy and let's get started. Here I'm using the Tarte Micellar water to completely clean off my face. As they say, your face is never clean, so just make sure that you give yourself a once over before applying makeup. And do yourselves a favor, just don't even look at the cotton pad once you're finished. To moisturize my skin, I am using the Pond's facial moisturizer. It's the one that has the blue top and it's specifically for dry skin. My skin has been all out of whack recently, so I always like to keep it super hydrated. To prime our face and cover up some pores, I'm using the Benefit Porefessional. This is about the second time I use it and I love it. It really does help me with my pores and it smells kind of like orangey. So if you don't like smell in your primers or any face products, you probably won't like this. So here we're using the Rimmel London Stay Matte Concealer in Porcelain. What I'm going to do is kind of carve out my eyebrow shape and also at the same time create a blank slate for the eyeshadow that we will be placing on the eye today. What I'm doing here is just blending and packing this neon pink color from the Take Me Back to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics. And I'm just blending and packing. You can do this to your liking. However intense you want your pink, that's what you will be doing. So I'm just packing and blending to make sure everything is seamless. From that same palette, we're going to grab the lavender shade and put it right under the pink, and we're going to be using the same technique, packing and blending to your liking and your intensity. You can put it as dark or light as you want. It's all about preference. Again, from the same palette, we'll be grabbing a darker purple and we'll focus that on the outer corner as well as bring it into the crease just to deepen the look, and you can do this to preference as well. Now I am grabbing the same brush and the same concealer that I used to create that blank slate, and I am just going to cut my crease. Make sure that you follow your natural eye shape. You don't want it to be too high or too low. Just try to keep it as close to your natural eye shape as possible. That same shade that we took to darken up our crease, we're going to take that and pack it onto the outer corners of our eye and bring it all the way until like 3/4 of the way in, and again just pack it and make it as intense or as dark as you would like. To set up my base for my next color, I am using a light pink shimmery shade from the same palette and just putting it wherever there was a little bit leftover concealer. I'm sorry for the distraction in the back, but as you know, we're still in isolation and things can get a bit distracting, but that's not gonna stop me from filming. You might see my sister wave to the camera in a few seconds, but that's just life right now. What I'm doing here is with a pink from the same palette. I'm putting that over top of the shimmery pink eyeshadow. It just made it look a little bit more opaque and a little bit more pink, and that's exactly what I wanted. So I'm just blending it into the purple and packing it again to my liking and my intensity. To keep that part looking vivid and awakened, I'm just adding the same pink shimmery shade I put in on the inner part of the eye. Here I am just blending the pink with the purple, making it look seamless. Now it is time for brows. I am using my $1 billion brow pencil in Universal. I love this pencil, but you have to have a light hand with it because it is very creamy and very dark in color, but I love the kind of brow it gives me. It gives me like a bold statement brow, and I love a brow like that. We're also just blending as we go, making sure that there are no harsh lines on your brows. For foundation today, I'm using the MAKIAGE Woke Up Like This foundation, and we're going to blend that all over the skin. I have to say, this foundation is not my favorite. It gets super oily on my skin and separates everywhere, but that's the one we're using today. For a little correcting under my under eyes before concealer, I am using this Trestique Conceal Crayon. I got it in my Boxycharm, and I have to say I was pleasantly surprised by this. It blends super nicely and it has really, really nice coverage. Now we are just blending here, blending, making sure that everything looks good before we apply the concealer. For concealer, I am using my trusty sidekick, the Tarte Shape Tape, and I love this concealer so much. This has been my go-to concealer for about 3 years now, and I just never get tired of it. Now we're going to take our beauty blender and obviously blend everything out. Make sure there are no creases under your eyes and no harsh lines, so everything is in full harmony. To set under the eyes and wherever else I put concealer, I am using the Ciate London Coconut Setting Powder. It is amazing and smells even better. Here I am just creating a nice line with this brown liquid eye pencil from L'Oreal Paris, just to set up for the lashes. These lashes are from Battington. I got them in my Boxycharm, and I figured why not try them out for the first time, and they actually turned out to go really well with this look. Here we're grabbing that same dark purple that we used to deepen up the crease and putting it on our lower lash line and just blending. now we're taking that first pink that we put above the crease and we're putting that on top of the purple and blending just to give the lower lash line a little bit more dimension. Here we are using that same dark shade and just darkening it up a bit. Sometimes after lashes the look changes and I just want it to be dark enough. And here is where the look changed completely. I was not planning on using this shade at all. I had never even opened this Boxycharm palette, but I looked at it and it looked super pretty, so I decided to put it in my inner corner. And as you will see, it starts in the inner corner and then I just put it towards the lid, and I loved how it came out. The only thing about this shade is that it's like super oily. After a few hours on the lid, it was cracking and creasing and super oily, but it is a beautiful shade nonetheless. Here I am applying my Ciate London Marbled Light Blush in the shade Burnt, and I love it because it's just super glowy and not too pink for my liking, because I am not a blush person at all. The highlight I'm using is from it's my Raye and BH Cosmetics palette, and it's the shade Radiant, and I just love this highlighter. It can be as subtle or as bright as you want it, and I am a highlighter girl. I also have fun putting it on, so that's what we're using today. For the lips, I am using this L'Oreal matte lip crayon in the shade Smooth Caramel, and I love this shade. It's like my lips but better, and it's just super soft and I love it. Over top of the lip crayon, I am just applying some Fenty Beauty lip gloss to finish it off. This is how the look turned out. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe.